Hello everybody, my name is Colin, and in September of 2011 I went into the emergency room with some lower left abdominal pain. I was having problems going to the bathroom, and they said that I had diverticulitis, which I didn't know what that was. And I had wanted to question the doctor some more, but he just seemed, I don't know, rushed and agitated. I just didn't speak up. He had mentioned something about an enema and asked me the series of questions. When was the last time you had a bowel movement? I didn't even know what a bowel movement was exactly, so I might have said a day ago or a couple of days ago. So I guess if you say that, they rule out constipation. In the end, I was really just constipated, and maybe I didn't communicate that very well. Anyways, I was prescribed 750 milligram Cipro and Flagyl for 10 days. So I went home confident that the antibiotics would save me from my ailment. Stupidly, actually, without doing any research on Cipro. So I took the first pill and was tired. I took it along with some hydrocodone they had given me, and I woke up with pain in my forearms and redness, and my veins were like popping out of my forearms like Incredible Hulk. I thought they were going to burst. I thought the blood was just going to burst out of them. And I just remember feeling sort of like you were in a sort of a dream state. Even though you were awake, it was depersonalizing. Depersonalization, I think, is what they call it. And I started getting emotional, worried about my condition. And I called my mom up, and I was crying and telling her I was sorry for not being a good son. I just felt regretful of the way I was all of a sudden. Anyways, I went upstairs and got in the bed and continued taking the Cipro. And it just got worse and worse. The pain in my lower left side got worse and worse. Still couldn't go to the bathroom. I would try, but I was just still blocked down there. So it was just this on and off sleep state, and the sun would come through the window, and I would have to make sure it didn't hit me because it would hurt my skin. I felt like a vampire, half awake, half asleep. After about the fourth or fifth pill, I got the same pain in my forearms and weakness in my forearms. I went to the drugstore to get some juice or something, and I couldn't even carry the groceries when I went outside. I had to set them down. So I got home and I kept taking Cipro. Started getting a racing heart and pain in the arms. And I called the hospital and told the nurse the reactions I was having, and she told me that that was just the medicine working. continued to suffer pain in my lower left side. Began to get excruciating. So then something told me to just stop taking the Cipro. I had a conversation with my dad, and he said that they didn't use antibiotics unless there was a fever in India, and I never had a fever. I was never nauseous or vomiting or anything. Incidentally, I only had one of the symptoms of diverticulitis, which was pain in the lower left abdomen. But we all know they want to prescribe the most expensive drugs in the hospital. So they said, well, let's give him diverticulitis, even if he only has one symptom. So anyways, I stopped taking the Cipro, made an appointment for a couple days later to see a GI doctor. I went into that doctor hobbling in pain, and I told him about my forearms bulging out like Incredible Hulk when I took the Cipro, because he asked me why'd I stop it. He told me to continue taking it. That was my big mistake. I went home, reluctantly took one more pill. On that pill, I was laying on my back, and every time I would start to fall asleep, my leg would kick, and I would jerk back up. I couldn't get to sleep, but I was tired at the same time. And basically, I think at a certain point, Cipro did something to my brain. It caused a spasm. I began to feel a twitch. I thought it was a twitch in my leg, but it was actually a spasm inside my body, inside my pelvic floor. That has pretty much ruined me to date. It never stops. I mean, it never stops. Even when I'm sleeping, it's going. It pushes against my ability to go to the bathroom. It's constantly constricting my, I guess, poop chute, if you will. But also, the pain in my lower left was so bad, my lower left side from the Cipro, that I think the Cipro also damaged that area. Because there's just so much of the drug down there that I guess couldn't pass through. And it makes it so there's no motility in my colon in that area, which means my colon doesn't squeeze when the food is in there, the feces, which means it has to be kind of really, really full in order for me to, push from the bottom and have it come out. It has to have the pressure behind it. And this has been very significant for me because I get so bloated, and I guess you could just call it, it destroyed some of the functionality of my gastrointestinal system, and I've been deteriorating ever since, not to mention depressed and suicidal.